Hey everyone, Paul here, and today we're playing a Fortnight at Frenni Fazclaire's. This has been developed by Night Fox Works, and you can find it over at itch.io. I will not have a link down below, because it's not safe for work kind of thing. Although I'm going to cut out all that content, so I'm hoping we can play most of it, and be able to show most of it. This game has 6 endings. So I don't think we're gonna do this all in one sitting. This might be like a little series or something. I don't know. It all depends how long it takes. But let's just get into it. This is the pre-final release. Only English, Spanish. Gotcha. I am a male protagonist. I think. Possibly. Oh, I got that game on my brain, the one I played yesterday, where they kept saying, possibly, after everything. I said, now I'm just going to start throwing that into everyday conversation. My name is Josh Black. I'm 25 years old. My new job is being the night guard at a nightclub. Not just any nightclub. Frenni Fazclaire is one of those off-the-strip style clubs where the clientele either is recommended, poached, or somehow lured in by the neon sign above the entrance. Not the biggest of clubs, only a couple of stories tall, and tucked away between several larger buildings. However, it doesn't look super seedy from the outside. Maybe a little run down, but so is everything in this city. The real draw is Fazclaire's is the unique staff they have. There's 4 life-size advanced animatronics that sing, dance, act as waitresses, and provide private shows. Why the club needs a night guard is unclear. My new boss, Mr. Smith, isn't even meeting me in person. Instead, Mr. Smith gave me the door code instructions of where to go once inside. The whole situation is a little awkward, but I can't help complain. Oh, but I can't complain. I can't help but complain. I do that quite a bit. A job is a job, and this one should keep the roof above my head. Time to see if the door code works. I guess we're in. Yay. On the other side of the door is the reception area. It's your standard coat check and filter room where you normally keep bouncers to keep out undesirables. There's no one here at the moment, but there is a uniform waiting for me on the front desk, along with a note bearing my name. Welcome to Frenni Fazclaire's nightclub, where we make your dreams come real. Blah blah blah. For your first night here, you'll want to take some time and get to know the layout of the building, as well as where all the cameras are. Okay, so I think in the game page it said there was 14 nights. So that's one way to keep track of how far in we are, I guess. The security room is across the dance floor, past the animatronics room, and before the staff locker room. The animatronics might still be active from their day cycles, but they should recognize you as a member of the staff once you change into that uniform. I recommend you do that now before you go any further. After that, head to the security room and get acquainted with the tech there. Just head to the staff area to the left of the stage and follow the signs. Can't miss it. Also remember, rule number 1 of the club is that you cannot fuck the animatronics. Man, why is that always the rule in these things? I'll call around 3 a.m. to see how you're doing. Well, that's an interesting way to greet and onboard a new employee. Should I change here or in the locker room? You said to change. I'm gonna change here. That line about the animatronics seeing me as staff make me wonder why that's so important. Would they assault me or throw me out of the club if I wasn't staff? If that's the case, why does the club need a night guard? You know what? I want to go back. Oh, yeah. So I played the demo for it. It's kind of weird. It's like they went from demo to the full game. But, I'm gonna overwrite on that. 'Cause I want to see what happens if I just wait to change. In a way, I'm changing in view of any cameras. I pocket the note, pick up the uniform, and head into the rest of the club. I want to see if we get caught. The club opens up past the reception area into a sizable dance floor before a stage. The bar runs along the wall immediately to the left of the entrance, while normal tables follow along the right side of the expansive dance floor. To the left of the stage is a doorway marked with the words "Staff Only" in big green letters. To the left of that, there's a set of spiral stairs that leads up to a sign labels as VIP and private booths. I head straight past the staff only warning as I pass by a room marked as animatronics. The hair on the back of my neck stands up. The door is slightly ajar, and through the crack, I can see several recharge pods, as well as a dressing room. I can't see into the pods from this angle. I also don't see any of the animatronics active inside the room. Yet I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. Giggity. The good news is that the locker room is next door on the right. Bad news is that I hear the sound of running water and someone humming inside. Warm air billows out into the hallway as I peek inside. There's 2 rows of lockers as well as 2 glass-walled showers without any privacy curtains. One of the animatronics is finishing up inside. She's red, foxy, and thick in all senses of the word. Droplets of water stick to her metallic body, giving a nice sheen in all the right places. Metallic body, it looks like she has fur. Sure. Not wanting to intrude, I turn to go change in the security room instead. However, my phone goes off in my pocket, causing the foxy robot to jump and whirl on the spot. Hey, who's there? I guess I'm gonna save and sprint. Cursing whoever is texting me at midnight, I sprint as fast as I can for the security room. I feel the floor vibrating as the animatronic chases after me. Oh, she looks a bit naughty. Get back here. You aren't supposed to be in the club right now. She's fast. Too fast. There's no way I'm gonna make it. My legs and lungs are on fire. I'm running as fast as I can, but to no avail. A firm, metal hand grabs me by the shoulder and yanks me backwards. Gotcha. Time for you to leave. Well, she's a quick one, isn't she? She is. At least I didn't get kicked. She just kicked me out, so I'm fine. I could just go back in and explain myself, or, put on the uniform. But what happens if I apologize and introduce myself? Sorry, I didn't mean to be a peeping Tom. I'm Josh Black, the new security guard. I hold up the bundle in my arms. See, I have the uniform and everything here. Fox's eyes narrow in on the bundle before flashing between red and blue, eventually landing on the latter. Well, next time make sure you're wearing a uniform. You're lucky I'm in low power mode and I can detect your badge. Otherwise, I might be chasing after you and running you out of the club. Noted. I'll just wait until you're done changing before I do so myself. I turn as to leave. Not a second later, I feel her hand upon my right shoulder. Damn, she's fast, even in low power mode. Nuh-uh. You saw me, so I get to see you. It's only fair, isn't it? I think so. Fair is fair. Besides, we're all part of the Fazclaire family here. What's a little skin among coworkers? Skin, metal, meh. I gulp, head over to the bench between the rows of lockers, and slip out of my clothes. I can feel the Foxy's eyes on me the entire time. I don't dare look back to see how close she is, but it feels like she could reach out and touch me while breathing down my neck. When she speaks, her voice seems to come right from behind my left ear. Nice and toned. The last guy we had was a scrawny little thing we couldn't play with without worrying he'd break. You've got some meat on you. I forced myself to keep changing despite the audience. I was a bouncer at my last job, not a very good one on account of me being fired. But I've seen a few fights and I know the value of working out. She giggles lyrically, the notes slipping into my ear like velvet smoke to tickle my eardrum. Well, Mr. Black, my name's Fexa. I think you and I are going to get along quite well. Next thing I feel is a strong pinch on my right butt cheek. Hey! I yelp, reel around to just barely catch the sight of Fexa's tail vanishing around the corner into the hallway. Good thing I took care of business before coming tonight, or else I'd be finding it even more difficult to focus on the job. I finish buttoning up my uniform, adjust how it sits on me, then head for the security room. Oh yeah, there's like over 91,000 words. Oh my god. Surprisingly, the security room is about as high-tech as the club's animatronics are. I guess I'm going to save over this one. This one I won't, just because I have to maybe go back and do it and just change? I don't know. I was expecting some battered TVs hooked up messily to a bunch of cameras. This place is actually rather nice. The main wall is covered in flat screens, each with 8 showing 4 camera feeds each. There's a nice dark oak desk with a laptop on it, as well as a set of speakers and several coffee mugs that read, I Heart Fazclaire. The 3 chairs in here aren't executive level comfy, but they definitely have a nice sinking feeling as I slide into one and reel over to the desk. There's a sticky note under the laptop with the username and password written on it. When I log in, it appears I have standard internet access as well as control of all the camera feeds. There's at least 3 cameras on every room aside from the locker rooms and the VIP booth. Both of those have a camera watching who enters and leaves. There's also way more cameras in the animatronics room than is necessary. You sure about that? It's a big room split into 3 parts, but why does every recharge pod need 2 cameras focused on it? And why does the repair areas camera have a bit of static that fuzzes in and out? I catch sight of Fexa slipping into a recharge pod labeled with her name. The golden capsule seals behind her, leaving her reclined with her eyes closed. There's 4 more pods. One is labeled Chiku, with a golden bird inside. Another pod is labeled Bonfi, containing a purple bunny. 4th pod is labeled Frenni Fazclaire. Both it and the spare unlabeled pod are empty. Does that mean there's an animatronic wandering about? I better check all the cameras and figure out their features before leaving the security room. Looks like the cameras have a 15-degree arc that they cycle through every 30 seconds. For some cameras, this means they have a small blind spot. Each camera picks up sound as well as an image. You have to toggle each feed manually, though I can't have multiple sound feeds active at once. There's an option to play a pre-recorded sound or a live mic feed using the laptop's built-in webcam. Modifying or stopping the recordings seem to require an administrator password. I'm currently logged in under the security account. All I can do is cycle the feeds and manually rotate the cameras. It seems that all the feeds automatically record to a secure server somewhere else in the building. I guess that there's a closet somewhere, or the servers are in the manager's room. Nothing on the cameras help in that regard. Overall, it's a pretty comprehensive system. I don't see the missing animatronic anywhere, but I do hear some humming coming from the camera pointing at the stage. Maybe she's up in the VIP booths or hiding backstage. I might as well use that sound playing feature of the cameras. Are you there, Frenny? This is Josh Black, new security guard for the night shift. Moments later, an animatronic bear steps through the stage curtains and waves at the camera. Her suit-like top is somehow holding in her hopes and dreams with 3 straining buttons. Yeah, it looks like they are straining. She has matching gloves, stockings, and thong. Giggity. A name tag on her left breast proclaims she's the manager. When she speaks, it's with a smooth, deep, luscious voice. Congratulations, Mr. Black. You've passed my little test for you first evening. I was waiting to see if you'd figure out the cameras and what you would do when one of us wasn't in their recharge pod. Glad I thought to poke around on the computer then. Are you also Mr. Smith by chance? I'm afraid not. I just have the manager badge because I manage all the animatronics, including myself. Why not join me for a drink out here at the bar? Or maybe I could come to you. Save. Go for a drink. Drink, that sounds nice. I'm not sure if it's allowed. Of course it is. It just comes out of your pay. Mr. Smith is very diligent about reviewing the nightly security footage. Nothing gets past him. But never mind that. Are you coming to me or am I coming to you? Oh, different options. I'll bring the drinks to me. Why don't you join me here in the security room? There I can keep an eye on all the cameras. A grin creeps across Frenny's face. Now grab a bottle, I'll be there shortly. Now 30 seconds later, and there's a knock at the security room door. May I come in, Mr. Black? I stopped the lock release, opening the door. Sure thing, come on in. Rather than the happy, bottle-carrying Frenny I expected, I'm instead greeted by a furious-looking bear. I think we didn't follow the rules. Is everything alright? I've been waiting to get access to the security room for ages. And now you've given me permission. Okay. Is that a bad thing? It is, because I can't risk Mr. Smith finding out what I'm about to do. I'm sorry, Mr. Black. I'll make this as quick and as painless as possible. I wonder if Frenny was going to do. Probably kill us. I think she did. So now we're gonna load back this one. And we'll meet her at the bar. I'll come to you. Wonderful. See you shortly. Before I go, I check all the camera feeds one last time. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. Now, was that an ending that we got, and plus the other one when we got kicked out of the building? Does that count as 2 endings? Or are those not really? Okay, the other animatronics are where they should be, in their recharge pods. After my experience with Fexa, I wonder how lustful Frenny will be in comparison. I hope I don't regret this. Bar on the main floor is surprisingly well stocked. There's bottles of all kinds of liquor on display. They're truly expensive, top shelf stuff. It's locked behind a glass case. Combined with a manner of mixers and toppings in the bar's refrigerator and cabinets, I could probably make any drink that came to mind. Right now I'm more focused on the barely covered bear seated in one of the stools. Mr. Black, so good of you to join me. I was worried you'd stay cooped up in that security room. Should I have? Not at all. Your job is to keep the nightclub safe, isn't it? Yes, but... Frenny snags me by the bicep and drags me onto the stool next to her. Then have a seat. I'm in danger of being bored to death. Right. So I gotta know, can you actually drink, being an animatronic? Indeed I can. All the girls can. We don't actually consume the liquor though. We store it to put back in the bottle later. That way we can maintain the illusion of drinking with patrons, without the drinks going to waste. I'll admit, that's pretty smart. But hang on, doesn't that mean having a drink now won't mean anything? He playfully pushes against my forearm before hopping the bar with the grace of a ballerina. A drink only matters as much as you want it to. Now then, what can I get you? Let's keep it simple. A rum and coke, please. Frenny dutifully mixes up the simple drink as if she's had to do so many times in the past. When she slides 2 glasses of the liquor over to me, she returns to her bar stool and takes a sip of her drink. Nice start to the evening, don't you think? I take a swig from my glass. It's pretty damn good. I'm inclined to agree. If all I have to do is watch you animatronic girls and drink, this is going to be a sweet gig. Glad you think so, Mr. Black. Just remember, rule number 1 is always in effect. Don't fuck the animatronics, yeah? I hadn't planned on it. That's always how the security guard starts. Then after a few nights, they change their tune. I would have gave in within the first 10 minutes of being there. I can't imagine why. I wonder. Before I can reply, my phone buzzes a reminder that I got a message earlier. Hold on a sec, might be important. Watch your back. My back? There's more to the animatronics than the boss wants you to know. And who are you? What a doubt. Hole up in that security room and pray 6 a.m. rolls around. That's when their programming ticks over into the day cycle and you'll be safe. Who is this? How did you get my number? Oh, okay. I guess they blocked me. Well, that isn't ominous at all. I shake my head and slip my phone back into my pocket. Sorry about that. Just spam. Huh? Frenny's nowhere to be found. Even her drink has vanished. The hell's going on here? I better get back to the security room before anything else weird happens. Maybe the upcoming call from Mr. Smith will shed some light on what's going on in the nightclub. Right as the clock strikes 3 a.m., my phone buzzes and displays the caller ID, Mr. Smith. Hello? How's it going, kid? Animatronics behaving? Bar all stocked? I'm supposed to be stocking the bar? Listen, kid. Sometimes when we close up for the night, there isn't time to fully replenish the bar or clean up big messes. Since you're the night guard, that means you're gonna have to do those things. Good news, as I remember, we're only missing a bottle of raspberry liquor at the moment. Should be one of those in storage. Feels weird that I, as a security guard, has to handle janitor stuff. Should I not be staying at my post or occasionally patrolling? That's just how the cookie crumbles around here. And half the reason I'm paying you more than most other clubs is because your job is multifaceted. That a problem? Considering it'll get me caught up on my already behind rent and let me order pizza once or twice, not at all. Where do I get the booze to restart the bar? Like I said, the extra stuff is in the storage room. Be careful not to lock yourself in the walk-in freezer. That happened once, and the only reason the poor sap didn't freeze to death was because the animatronics were out that night and found him. How often do they wander anyways? I've already seen Fexa and Frenny out of their pods. Should I worry about them getting into the security office? They're supposed to spend the night recharging, but every once in a while, they'll have extra energy left over from the day. That or they can complete their recharge cycles early. That usually leads to them acting a bit quirky. Last guy to have your job thought that meant he could have his way with them. Don't be stupid like him, kid. They're just machines, limited by their programming. As for the security office, they're programmed to only enter when given permission. Same goes for my office, on the other side of the club. There might not be a camera in either place, but I don't think you can sneak a quickie without me finding out. But, what happens if the animatronics get rough on me? Like I said, they're machines. Assert your authority and order them back to their pods. Okay. You mind me having a drink or two from the bar? Maybe bring in some music or something to do in the downtime? As Freddy probably told you when you had that rum and coke, drinks come out of your pay. As for music and shit, whatever lets you handle that shit that needs doing, and you from going psycho like the last guy. Anyway, my vape's nearly dry and I'm dead tired. Remember to close up when you leave at 6 a.m. Don't call and wake me up unless you're about to die or something. Sure thing, boss. I feel like I have even more questions now that I had going into that call. Still, I at least have something to do now. All the animatronics are in their pods when I check the cameras. I should get to restarting the bar with that raspberry liqueur. In searching for something to prop the freezer open, just in case it's needed, I found a crowbar in one of the desk drawers. I don't know why a tool like that is in such a place. Before I go, I check the cameras one last time to confirm that all the animatronics are in their pods. All the girls are where they should be. I just hope that persists. Storage room is on the right after leaving the security room behind. Inside, there's a copious amount of boxes stacked on one another, as well as carefully racked bottles and piles of party supplies. Freezer door is in the back. There's 2 cameras watching the room, one from the entrance and one above the freezer. It doesn't take me long to find the bottle of raspberry liqueur that Mr. Smith was talking about. As it's just a mixer and not really hard in terms of alcohol content, it's in one of those boxes along with several of the same bottle. Before I grab a bottle and leave, I peek into the other boxes out of curiosity. Most of the boxes contain standard bar stuff. But one box stands out as odd for containing more energy bars than any nightclub should ever go through. Maybe energy bars are used a lot here? Regardless, I get what I came here for and return to the bar with the bottle in my hand. I'm not sure where to leave the raspberry stuff, so I set it next to the other mixers in the hopes that will suffice. Then it's back to the security room. When I enter the security room, the chair I was using is slowly down from a spin. Why is it slowing down from a spin? Who is in my chair? Someone's been in here, and they left in a hurry. The crowbar firmly in hand, I advance towards the chair and turn it around. Set on the seat is a photo of Fexa with a phone number written on it. I immediately check the cameras. Fexa is in her pod. I even rewind and check the last 30 minutes of footage just to be sure. At no point did Fexa leave her pod as far as the cameras were concerned. The only one moving about the nightclub is me. Should I text the number? After I save... Here. Guess I could text it. Thanks for the picture. How did you get past the cameras? And how did she have a phone? There's an old bug in the system where the cameras loop from 3:22 to 3:24 a.m. Text me during the day when it's easier to sneak a message. Guess that answers that. One of my nightly duties attended to and the animatronic sleeping, the rest of the shift passes without incident. I hear the animatronics yawning and waking up inside their pods on my way out of the club. I debate about lingering to ask them a few questions but decided against it. Instead, I head for the entrance, step outside, and lock the door behind me. Night complete! Yeah! Awesome. My apartment isn't amazing, but it gets the job done. I beeline straight for the kitchen to prepare a quick breakfast of buttered toast. As I eat, I try to come up with a flirtatious message that's sure to get Fex's attention. I keep coming back to pirate-adjacent puns with varying degrees of success. Eventually I settle on something cheesy. Do you leave pictures and your number for all the guards? Or have I caught your interest? Also, don't think I forgot about you getting into my security place last night. I should totally get to see your Davy Josh's locker in return. And I wait and wait. Oh god, the crippling anxiety is setting in. 2 hours pass and still no reply. I'm about to cut my losses and go to sleep when my phone buzzes. Let's just say you're interesting. And don't think I didn't catch the whole Davy Jones versus Davy Josh pun from my locker. I really don't get it. I know Davy Jones, but Davy Josh? You can have this picture to tide you over until tonight. Nice. Damn, you've got quite the booty there. How are we supposed to have fun with the cameras watching anyways? Well, we always have 2 minutes around 3 a.m., though with me, you won't last 30 seconds. Wink. Okay, to make that a bit. Oh, I'd love to. But let's figure out the camera thing first. They're just trying to get in the office, don't go for it. Last guy had a few ways, but Mr. Smith patched all the big security holes when he got caught. A fake. There's just the 3 a.m. bug left in the moment. Got it. I'll sleep on it and see if I can figure anything out. See you tonight. Already you're trying to, undermine your boss. Dude, you just started. It's your very first day there and you're, coming up with plans to go against the rules. Why? Sleep quickly takes me after the excitement of the night. My dreams are a barrage of curvy animatronics dancing for my pleasure. Combined with Fex's photo, there's no wonder I wake up horny. I masturbate before my shift. That means a save. And we probably should. After leaving some pressure, I hop in the shower, slip into my uniform, assemble some lunch, then check the clock. I got a few hours before I'm due at the nightclub. I'm not a techie per se, but it occurs to me that having admin access of the security room laptop might be important. Especially if I need to delete or modify any footage in case of a fuck up or having fun with the animatronics. And again, there's a chance that some hidden security measure would trip and alert Mr. Smith if I tried any hacking. Guess I'll save again. Research methods of gaining or find a better use for my time. We'll try it. How hard could it be? Hackers do stuff like this all the time in movies. A few Google searches later, I've gone down a rabbit hole of techno babble that almost goes over my head. I understand just enough to be armed with 3 methods to try once I get to work. By the time I push back from my desk, the sun has already set. I hear the low rumble of thunder in the distance. According to a weather report, there's a particularly heavy thunderstorm due in the area soon. Supposedly, the storm will last through the night and into the morning. Fun. I love storms. It is fun. There's nothing else for me to do at home. Time to get to work. Night 2. October 18th. I think this is the perfect time to be saving. That's what we shall do. over here. No, right here. All right. So we got through night 1 and day 1. Yeah, because the game starts you off at night and then you have the morning. So yeah, but I'm interested. I'm invested. I'm intrigued. This game is pretty cool. I like how it's not just them trying to, have their way with you. There's a reason there's something about the security office. And already, Frenni managed to trick us, and we invited her in, and she killed us. But on that note, you all have yourselves a good one, and I will see you later.